Hello there everyone and welcome back, guys. So in this video, guys, we will be cleaning this Mercedes C-Class Coupe. This is a car that I've been maintaining for years now, and it is in fact quite dirty. Now I usually detail it every 3 months now, and it goes to car washes as well, this car. So car washes usually miss a spot or two. And in today's detail, we're going to be using pump sprays only, no cannons or anything like that. So we're going to use the Bilt Hamber Touchless. As you can see here, I'm heavily saturating it on the wheel here. And I add 80 ml to a 3-liter pump spray as well. So we're gonna use it on the wheels and on the exterior body panels of the car as well. And here, as you can see, I have my wheel well brush that I use for the inner wheel barrel and for the wheel arches. Here particularly, it does suit this wheel arch because it's quite tight, so I can't use my EZ brush. And I'm going to agitate the inner barrel. I'm going to clean the face of the wheel as well, the tires too, and I'm going to do a little decontamination, a touchless decontamination with the iron remover, also on the body panels as well, just to get some of that inner baked in brake dust out a little bit of the way, because this is not a full decontamination. I can spend hours of removing the iron from this vehicle, but it's completely pointless because it's just going to build up there again due to the car going through the car wash. And the wheels aren't in bad shape by any means, but I've noticed throughout the years maintaining it and just taking it to the car wash, of course. The car wash is the only clean pretty much the face of the wheel. The inner barrel just stays pretty much untouched. And there's a buildup. I try to control it. I try to use just the iron remover after I do the agitation because I think that's a bit more effective. And as well in the wheel bucket, I'm using the Garage Therapy Zero Decon Car Soap, which I will also be using on the exterior of the car as well after the pre-wash stage. Now, where the car washes do miss, where they do not really go throughout thoroughly, is the back of the wheel arch. It's like this carpeted material. It's actually plastic, and there's a lot of dirt stuck in there. So I spent some time rinsing it off until I get clean water coming off the wheel arch. Now here I'm using Dragon's Blood. Is this the best iron remover? No, I use it mainly on the exterior. Sometimes I just spray it on the wheel as well. But for this I would use maybe perhaps more potent. For the wheels I may use a more potent wheel iron remover / cleaner. But here it's absolutely fine. We just want to get rid of that of that baked on brake dust. Does it help? Yes. Visually you can definitely see even this let's say not too much potent iron remover will do a decent job. So plus it's time consuming. I'm trying to consume time here. I'm not going to agitate here I'm not going to agitate the wheel as well because there's just not enough time. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of dirt on this white paint. There are a few reasons why dirt sticks to this car. It doesn't get waxed regularly. It has been driven through quite significant. It has done a significant amount of mileage, and on the motorway and in between car washes as well. And this was in the middle of winter, and the dirts are usually the dirtiest around that time. So what I try to do here is just saturate the whole car with Touchless, and we're going to then next rinse this whole thing off. And as you can see, there will still be dirt left behind. You know what, in these cases I would prefer to use a snow foam because I believe the snow foam cleans a bit better, plus you kind of put a higher concentration of product on the paint, and it sticks for a bit longer. That's the only drawback with a pump spray. However, you save a bit of cash here as well. The cost per wash is a lot lower, and plus I use a very wide angle. It's a 60-degree angle nozzle setting here, which is fine to me. You know what? I don't really care much. This whole dirt that's left behind is not really significant. The car is scratched already. I mean, it goes to car wash, as you can imagine. We're gonna add some protection afterwards anyway. So this is our first stage, pre-washing the car. It's just about getting the grit off the paint. The second step will be, I will also be using a pump spray just to add some shampoo on the surface. I like doing that. It just gives you a little bit of extra slickness. Even though this isn't a foamy, there's not gonna be a lot of foam here. It's still gonna be a relatively slick wash. And I'm using my Quasar pump spray here. The soap is, as I mentioned before, the Garage Therapy Zero Decon. Just following the instructions are on the bottle. They're all the appropriate dilution ratios. And as you can see here, we're now going to be removing all the dirt and stripping the paint off any contaminants. I mean, this is a decontamination car soap, so it will degrade any let's say old waxes or remove them completely, but the point here is just to remove as much traffic film as possible as well, whatever remained of it. And you know, this car isn't contaminated. I mean, if you touch the paint, it's quite clean, so there's no, it has been clay barred regularly. I mean, I clay bar this car every half a year, so it has been done. It's not that dirty to a point where you need to use a claimant or anything like that, but I will on the lower end use an iron remover and some tar and glue remover and then rinse it off. Again, we're trying to save some time, some effort here as well, because there's a limited budget detail, so to speak, so I have to be working quicker. And plus I just don't really want to, you know, you burn a lot of energy when you clay bar the car, and just spraying the chemical on the lower half of the vehicle and then rinsing the car off is a lot easier. Plus the car doesn't need a clay bar, not at this moment anyway. So, but there is a little bit of tar, and tar is the only contaminant that tends to be quite nasty, and you won't be able to clay bar it off anyway. So, but if you touch the paint, it feels kind of silky smooth. So no clay barring is necessary. I think in the span of 2 years, I've clay barred this car probably 2 or 3 times. The first time was the nastiest. The second time wasn't too bad at all. I think I'd done a clay bar about half a year ago, and the paint is relatively in good shape. There's no protection that has been left behind, I think, especially after car washing. After going for car washes, they don't wax the car. But we will add some protection afterwards, after the little decontamination stage. We're going to do the little touchless decontamination stage. Again, using only a pump spray, we're going to be using the Autoglym, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, but I think it's their Polar Seal. That's the one, 40 mil per 300 mil product that we need to use. So it's a highly concentrated product. We're going to apply it through a pump spray. It also works through a pump spray, although this is like an off-label use as well. So now I'm just spraying a little bit of eye remover, the same thing. Don't get confused by the bottle. This is the Bilt Hamber bottle I'm being reusing, but it's actually Dragon's Blood. And also Valid Pro tar and glue remover, citrus based. I love this stuff. It's not as stinky as some other chemicals, so I love this product. Removes tar exceptionally well and doesn't smell as nasty as other products too. However, if you want to, if you have a lot of nasty tar, you might as well just use, a microfiber cloth with it. And here is the protection stage. We're just gonna spray the whole panel, cover the whole thing that we want to protect, basically all of it. It's not like Giant Wet Coat, would you spray a little bit, and then the whole panel sort of gets covered with protection. Here I spray the whole area, but as well just lightly. As you can see, there's no protection here, or it's very, very weak. We're just gonna spray it over here, and I'll show you the difference. And the beading is the way we want it to be. Again, this is just a single stage sort of protection, so it's not gonna last for ages, but it will still help us to get some of that dirt repellency on the car. It's just sometimes I like to use the foam cannon. Don't get me wrong, but doing something through pump sprays can be fun sometimes. Some off-label use can be also fun, and it can be done, especially if you don't have a foam cannon or you don't have access to water. So so far, Polar Seal, to me, it's a great protectant. One of the cheapest ones you can get in the Halfords, and I think also on eBay, on Amazon. So it's kind of affordable. Putting my gun on the floor there, a big no-no, but sometimes I do it. So yeah, as well as spray it on the wheels. Maybe you're not gonna put the Polar Seal each time you wash your car, but you can put it each time you wash your wheels, rather than using GM wet coat, because GM wet coat is a lot more expensive. This is a lot cheaper to use if you want to use it just simply on the wheels only. So yeah, just cover it up, rinse the car off, or you can just apply on the car, then rinse the whole car off. Here I'm just kind of experimenting, see how it beads and stuff like that. So just having a little bit fun with it. Again, it's recommended not to use on the windshield. So far, I had no issues using it on the windshield and the side windows, and rear windows for that matter as well. It works perfectly well everywhere. Plastic as well, conditions everything just the right way, just how we want it. And again, I'm not gonna probably mention the benefits of using snow foam protection. It gets everywhere in every nook and cranny where you won't simply be able to do that manually by your hand using just a quick detailer. So it's a great way of protecting your vehicle. And does it give it a little bit of shine? Oh yes, it does. It still has some wax effects, like lightly filling up the scratches on the car. That definitely has an effect here. But as I mentioned, this car goes through car washes, and it is quite scratched up, but it's a white paint. It's a white paint, so you won't be able to see any scratches on the car anyway, only under specific lighting. And then after we do all our necessary step, I'm rinsing off the car. This is our final rinse. We're going to dry the car. Usually I start off with drying the main panels, and by using a microfiber towel, and then I use a leaf blower to get all the nooks and crannies. And as usual, we're going to use the lead blower on the wheels, all the nooks and crannies, grills, all tight spots to dry the car. And these are the finished result, guys. The car is back to being white again. I had this car on my channel. I have quite a few videos with this car on my channel. So we pretty much get the similar great results each time we wash the car. However, the dirt that's accumulated every time on this car is quite different depending on the season. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video.